know what these are going to be yet?
What flavor? No, we're not sure yet. That's just, it's usually the ones at the end, like we make a certain amount, and then we get everything out, and then we see what's selling for the day usually. So we'll see, like, every day's different. It's amazing to me that there's no set trend or anything on any flavor. We started with 6 flavors, so we're doing about 20 flavors now, 22 flavors, somewhere in that range.
And I assume they kind of change seasonally. You have probably your regulars and then seasonal?
Yeah, we have actually 4 that are 100% will never change, and then everything else is kind of up for a general, like, people say they want stuff back. Sometimes I'll put it up, sometimes I'll wait a little bit. But most of the time, it's like whatever we can figure out, like what's like seasonal kind of. We do have a lot of chocolates and stuff during the winter. We keep 2 fruit flavors because I can get them pretty easy. But like spring hits, we decide to try and do more fruit flavors, something like that. Whatever's fresh coming in, especially strawberries, like the start of the summer when they're nice and big. Like the California strawberries are huge. I like to use those and do like a cream cheese or do like a cheesecake kind of style thing on donuts. So yeah, and it's just about the taking them out, let them drain a little bit. That's the biggest thing is let them drain.
So you frost them kind of then throughout the day as they sell?
Yeah, we'll do a major lump of it first thing in the morning, and then what we'll do is right after we have a big hit usually first thing in the morning. After that, we'll see where we're at, and then we'll go from there.
Speaking of first thing in the morning, what time do you get here?
We're here between like 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning to start making dough. Our dough is a 3-hour process, and we average about 2 batches a day. So,
do you know how many you sell on average
in a day? We usually sell out. So on average, we do anywhere from like I said, probably like 30, 35 dozen to almost like 100 dozen or so a day. And what day we have.
You're open Wednesday through Sunday, right?
Yes, right now. We were open Tuesday. Monday's always been our day off, but when winter hit, we were slow last year, so we figured this year we'd take off Tuesday, so we had the lunch time off. So when spring rolls back around, we'll see where we're at and see how business is going. Tuesday.
If you're here at 1, what time do you eat?
That depends. It could be anywhere from, we could leave any day from 1 if we're totally done everything, or 3 when we get up on Saturdays to.
Sometimes you guys have events and stuff.
Yeah, sometimes we have. We've been here till 6 o'clock at night, still doing events, making stuff for events, and making stuff happen. So yeah, it's a very small skeleton crew. I mean, it's 4 of us, and then a volunteer over here. So yeah, so it's my girlfriend comes and volunteers, and she helps out.
I was laying mats this morning.
Yeah, everybody, we put everybody to work.
Everybody walk in, no matter what time of day, you got a job.
You gotta pay for your coffee.
That's right.
Donuts around. Put you to work. So let's go in the back and we'll take a walk and we can get stuff worked out.
Take your love of fashion to the streets by being the proud new owner of Street Boutique Fashion Trucks. Buy it today and you'll get everything you'll need to start working tomorrow and living your dream. You're only 1 email away from being your own boss, so contact me today.
We'll start here. This is a Baltimore favorite, I feel. So we've done all these pairings with different beers and stuff like that. So and this actually came from one of the pairings. So like I said before, we have 4 house flavors. So there will always be on. There'll be a maple bacon, a cinnamon crunch, the unicorn farts, and then the Captain Chesapeake. But so basically, it's a caramel and Old Bay seasoning. We paired it with Jailbreak's. It was a burnt caramel beer. And it wound up being one of the hits of the whole thing. I mean, everybody loved it, so we kind of ran with it and have kept it ever since. So it's one of our first flavors we really came out of the box with. So, and then Samoa, the Girl Scout cookie, everybody loves it. It's a caramel, toasted coconut, and chocolate. So everything's made in-house for the most part, as far as like we toast the coconut in-house, we make our in-house caramel. The chocolates start with Hershey's dark chocolate and we build it up from there. So this is s'mores. So it's the marshmallow with the burnt marshmallow, not burnt, but toasted marshmallow. Sorry, it's early.
You should have some coffee.
And the graham crackers, yeah. Looks like a milk. So and then the cinnamon crunch, which is our vanilla glaze with cinnamon sugar and the cinnamon crunch cereal. And then this is a huge hit. It's unicorn farts. And so it's the vanilla glaze with a with fruity pebbles, and then just a blue drizzle just to give it some more color because it needs it. So this one actually comes from, we were doing it originally and it was one of our main flavors, but one of my old bosses was a Hell's Angel, and that's a tattoo industry, and he has us do his Christmas party every year for the local chapter, and he actually had us when we were doing it, we went to see the guy say something funny and like kind of just like our little inside joke. So we wound up calling it unicorn farts. So the guys were going around saying unicorn farts all night. So it's pretty funny. You got a bunch of big old biker guys saying unicorn farts.
Wonder where the unicorn farts are?
Yeah. So that's where those are. And I mean, we average about 20 flavors a day. And it's anything from blueberry basil, blackberry lime, to the creme brulee. Alright, so what we're going to do is just take it, throw it in the center, and back off. It'll start to glaze. It'll start to little crystallize some. And that's basically it.
Burnt sugar stuff.
Yeah, the burnt sugar. It's even better if you touch it and stop. Not recommended. Depends like how. So that's the basic idea of it.
How long does all the frosting and everything take once you're?
The frosting, once we got everything done for the day, as far as frying it, we probably have about an hour and a half worth of work to top what's going out for the morning and the day. And then, so we start out doing a dozen at a time on average, and then we come back, and as they're selling, we're replacing it with new product until we're sold out.
Huh.
Yeah. So.
I want to see Richard's fortune.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Here, we'll put this one over here. Just press the button, and there you go.
Start in the middle.
Yeah, start in the middle.
Are you getting
Go
this?
a little closer.
I am.
And then you can back off on it. Yeah, get on it. Pull off. All the way. And then, yeah. And you can size and stuff a little bit, yeah. A little more, and you'll be pretty good. There you go.
I'm hired.
There you go. Yeah,
We're fired.
man.
I don't know.
Got it.
Okay, people, if you're not at your desired weight or fitness level yet, we've got to make sure our clothes are working for us and not against us. Because when they work for us, we feel so much better. So, here's an example of an outfit that's not working for me. My shirt's too big, my two pants are too tight, and the boots just don't work. So let's get moving! Woo! You're gonna go from this to this! Ta-da! So everyone, after a closet edit and a few style tweaks, like a body skimming tunic, leggings, and booties, I feel like a new woman. And the right fit would love to help you find your own shine. So, call me.
So yeah, we'll get all these.
So you can get some aggression out.
Yeah,
Brain
definitely.
prep.
And then we make all the glazes fresh, so everything like if we do a strawberry glaze or we do a blueberry basil, it's fresh blueberries, basil. So everything we do, blackberry lime is fresh blackberries, fresh lime.
You have such unique flavors. Who comes up? How do you find stuff like that? Or you just taste test and see what
Yeah,
works?
it's a lot of taste testing. It's a lot of just putting flavors together. You just try to figure it out. Honestly, I've been around for always enjoyed cooking. I've always enjoyed doing things with it. So not just donuts, everything, all my food. So I really enjoy trying to figure out things that go together. I lean the savory side a whole lot with things, so I really enjoy that. Like when I very first started, everything was really savory. It was like cranberry, cheddar cheese glazes, prosciutto, the maple bacon. Then originally I did the maple bacon with a jalapeno glaze to it. So the maple jalapeno glaze. So it was definitely a little bit off the little darker side of what donuts are. We made them more friendly, I guess, as the time went on, to get people in and here have this. I know it's different parts of town when we've been in and done different markets and stuff. You can get a glazed donut here and it would sell really good, but then if you were in Baltimore City, you could do tons of maple bacons and stuff like that. So it really depends on the part of town and the clientele you have, who buys one and who wants what. So
It's crazy.
yeah.
It changes that much.
No, it definitely does. It's pretty amazing actually.
Take your love of fashion to the streets by being the proud new owner of Street Boutique Fashion Truck. Buy it today and you'll get everything you'll need to start working tomorrow and living your dream. You're only one email away from being your own boss, so contact me today.
Do you want to talk at all about catering?
Yeah, we do lots of it actually, believe it or not. So we do, like I said, lots of fundraiser stuff. We also do weddings, birthdays, just about all the above. I've even done funerals. So it's pretty, I've done 2 funerals now. It's just, in my brain it's a little weird, but it's, people enjoy it and like it, so
Yeah,
definitely.
great way to lighten it up a little.
Yeah. We do a array of stands and different setups, and we do a small, like 2-inch donut, 2.5 inch. So we do them for like a lot of the weddings and stuff and things like that. They'll get them so people can have more than one. These are pretty large, so we'll do them, and then we'll do 3 of these for the bride and groom, whatever how they do it, and they'll both have a donut, and they'll have 1 extra donut. They'll do 3 usually. And so they feed each other their donuts, and then they take 1 home for their anniversary. They freeze it for their anniversary, because I'm sure it's good in a year.
Yes.
No, it's good. I'm sure. It's just I don't know. How
You're
it
not
tastes.
guaranteeing that
I don't know how-
the donut's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm not saying in a year how good a frozen donut's gonna be. But no, so it's definitely people love it. It's definitely an alternative to cupcakes or the cake because you can turn around and have a smaller piece, like something smaller. You can try a couple of different flavors, and people always get like they'll always do like a Old Bay caramel and the blueberry basil and then the maple bacon. So it's definitely something that, or just because you can have it and you're like, oh, I would definitely want a maple bacon, but if I eat the whole thing, I'm not going to have it. So
I can't have a whole one, so I'll have 9 different pieces.
Exactly.
Eating donuts because I can't
It's
have one.
perfect. Yeah.
Where did the name come from?
So
Uh-oh.
this is a good story actually. So originally we were thinking about names, and we definitely went across the board as far as names go. So Diablo, the true meaning of Diablo is to be tempted or tempter. So I feel it's pretty tempting. Donuts are tempting in any aspect, I think. So I feel it fits very well. But some of the other names were definitely we probably got in a little more trouble for them.
May not have been permitted.
They've been fun. Put it that way. Yeah, so we've definitely thought of some other ones. Glory Hole was one of them, and then These Nuts, and then, so I just want to answer the phone that way.
Right.
So, but no, seriously. So
Welcome to my glory hole.
yeah, exactly. So, but
Come on in.
and then we found out there was actually a Glory Hole in Canada.
Well,
Donuts. So we
leave it to the Canadians.
Yes. They pulled it off.
I think they're so nice.
I know. See, they're probably apologizing for it though.
So after 5 years, what do you still love about it?
Another 5 years for Diablo. Still being here. No. We definitely love to be here. This is a great spot. With what's going on in Fells Point, I love the neighborhood. I spent most of my childhood here. A really good part of it. Going to school, and my dad was computer scientist for the government, so we traveled a whole lot. We always came back here for the most part, and I've seen this whole area change in Fells Point. So crazy, Baltimore, all in all, you know. So now we're going through another large change with the hotel going and stuff. I love this area. The shop. Definitely, I enjoy splitting it with the other business. I would like to open another place at least, you know, and go the opposite direction with it, kind of. Make it very family friendly.
We're gonna have to come up with a different name. Yeah.
Dog friendly, family friendly. I think it all goes kind of together, you know. Some people have dogs instead of children, so I think it's pretty equal though.
We all raise our hands. Yep.
Yeah. But definitely, I mean, like, we'd like to have a room for parties and stuff like that, so kids could make their own donuts and get involved in it. And a lot of people and kids today just seem like they stay in their house and don't do a lot. I'd like to have somewhere where they can come and hang out and be with their parents, have a cup of coffee, not to him, but, you know, have a drink and their parents have a cup of coffee and eat a donut. And, you know, we have that a little bit here, but our areas, it's Fells Point. Shops are small down here. So hopefully our next spot can be bigger and we can adapt to have everything we'd actually like to have. Pretty much across the board. There's nothing else like this in Baltimore, really, what we're doing. Except for old school bakeries, and that's the style I'm trying to bring it back to, is a lot of raising us. So we go to the market for meats and vegetables and stuff like that. And if you had a bakery, if you needed something from a bakery, it was usually if you went to one bakery for hot cross buns and you went to another bakery for donuts and bread, or went somewhere else. It wasn't always the same bakery because they might have made everything, but you didn't like that, you know. So you travel. There were certain days you went to some markets, like Monument Market, which is still there today. Actually, just got a big facelift, and the Fells Point markets will hopefully get a big facelift soon. So and we'll have hopefully groceries again and stuff like that, which would be great for the area, you know, and bring people in and have fun with it. There's lots of new markets popping up in Maryland and Baltimore, period. So it'd be nice to get back to them and see people actually caring about what they eat and stuff like that.
Interacting with the people they're getting their food from.
Yes, get to know them and bring it back to where it mattered, and talk to your butcher, talk to your cheese maker, just who enjoy this. Kind of what happens here. It's exactly what happens here. Everybody comes in, you're nice to them, you talk to them, and that's a huge deal. I mean,
especially in a small business, they have to know your customers. They have to sort of buy into you as a person too, because
100%.
you're so in this. You're such a part of every donut.
It's 100% of your life.
I mean,
Right.
I look forward to some of them coming in.
Some of them.
I mean, we have a little boy
Milo.
who's been here almost every day, and he gets a donut, and he's 3 years old. We catered his birthday party, and he did dinosaurs and donuts for his birthday, and we did little dinosaur donuts and all kinds of stuff. But he's here every day, and he actually comes in the shop and runs behind the counter, gets his own donut, you know.
Aww.
He works the register, you know. I mean, he's 3 years old, man. The kid's already better than half my staff. You know?
At least you know who can take over when you retire. It'll be Milo.
Yeah, definitely. We call him the owner. He's the real owner. So
Someone has to run this
he's the
place.
boss. Yeah. So, but stuff like that, and it's amazing the flavors that the kids get. That's what blows me away. It's everybody would think this was the unicorn farts or the sprinkles. It's really the kids get the better flavors than the parents. Because parents are oh, unicorn farts or cinnamon crunch. I love those cereals. The kids actually come in and get the blackberry lime and the blueberry bagels and stuff like that. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. They might take the berries off of them and stuff, but they're I want this one, you know? It's yes.
I did something right.
Yes, it's stuff like that. And it's cool because I also have some families that come in, especially guys, because it's a little punk rock shop. You know, I grew up in Baltimore. I've always been a little punk rock kid. I will play music, and the fathers, when the moms are away, a couple of them will bring their children here, and they can listen to music. They'll sit here and eat and stuff, and they're I come because the donuts are good, but I can also listen to good music and just chill, have a cup of coffee. and the kids just sit there and tear the donuts there and running around being crazy. They're just, I was like, afterwards, they're ready to go.
You'll need a playland soon.
Yeah.
But
That's what I was points for.
that's what it seems like in here. It seems like old school, but super just like cozy and friendly. And we're the only ones here, but it still seems like everybody can walk in and have a good time.
No, you definitely, you have a good vibe with it, and it's definitely something that it's really good that way.
Yeah.
You know? It's not, we're not worried about stuff getting broke so much and stuff. But honestly, it's really chill. We like the downplay aspect of it. It's like, because it is chilled, it's almost like your basement or like hanging out, you know. We like that side of it. We like the idea that none of our chairs really match, and like, and it's simple. And that's like how I keep it, honestly. In the long run, even if we open something else, just really simple. Don't go overboard with it. And even from the money aspect, you know, if you put hundreds of $1,000s into your business, you know, you always have to worry about paying it off. I started this on like basically the shop was started on like $2,000 in there. So when I went to the restaurant store to get a fryer, I was like, I had like $500 cash in my hand, but I had a pickup truck full of equipment. And whether it worked or not, I don't know. I told the guy, I'm like, look, this is what I have, and this is what I have. I want that fryer. And he's like, another $500, it's all yours. I'm like, no, I don't think you understand. This is what I have. You know, and he's like, oh, go ahead. And he like said, his guy brought everything in that pickup truck, we loaded the fryer up. That's how I got a fryer, you know, and like, it's like $7,000 to $10,000 worth of fryer, so it's awesome, you know. It's like, yes, it's an older fryer. It's a little bigger than what most are now, but you know what, it works great. And we put out dinners all the time, and so I'm thrilled with it. And like that's how we kind of like got all our stuff. I have a friend who has a bakery. They had a proofer there, and they bought new proofers, and they're like, I'm like, what are you doing with them? And they're like, oh, we'll sell them to you. And I'm like, all right. So we got a really good deal. But I mean, it's figuring it out and not like, you know, not going into debt for it. And I have to make a living off of it. So if you're in debt up to your ears, you're working every day, killing yourself, but I still have to pay my house payment, like stuff like that. So there has to be a middle ground somewhere, because I have friends who have businesses and that's all they do is pay into it, you know. So I think like splitting the business is a little weird and all that at first, but this shop was closed all day. So for years, it was like 20 years almost. So they were closed. So they were closed from 3 in the morning until 6 at night. So all these people walking by every day in Fells Point basically didn't know what this was, unless they were here in the evening. And most people weren't. They were probably here for the day. So
It's wasted space.
yeah, so we pulled it out and made it happen. And definitely, it's,
Here we are.
Yes.
Here on the Richard Wilmore Show. But thank you so much for
Thank you.
letting us come in and bother you for a while.
No, thank you.
Diablo Doughnuts. Being black.